mulligan.
Oh, now... Okay. Now it's working. I got sound for myself. Alright. There we go. So everything's working. So mulligans, blah, blah, blah. They banned Navarre and Zephiel. And then went Ashnard and Crom. Well, that's a odd matchup. Just because only like 2 people play Ashnard because he just kills himself too often. They're both going for late game type stuff. And we'll just see who gets there faster and better. That's the only way you can describe this matchup almost. And yep, normal stuff. Trying to get cheat out with Alencio so that you can promo turn 4 instead of turn 5. Crom going a more mono blue instead of a yellow. Takes his practice back so that you're safe. Yep. Nothing too fancy or exciting on either side at the moment. Granted, I'm a terrible commentator. Yep. Plumeria to kill the Valencia so that you can't promo. And then just punch face, because it's Ashnard. And double self, normal stuff. Micaiah in the front line. Damn. Really wants that plum gone. Yeah, I guess that does stop Medallion and a lot of what you want. So that does make sense, because you're just going to be running a lot of high cost in the Zephiel deck. Micaiah 5. Medallion 5 was obviously a 5 and all that. So, yeah, plum getting rid of that is a priority. And yep, more monochrome stuff, and what does that feel? Bonding the Alencia, which means he doesn't have the cost 1 in hand, otherwise he would use that. Oh, Zephiel is not enjoying his life, or the Ashnard is not enjoying his life then. And double self. Lovely. Yeah, at least that one does well. 90. Into 90. If there's another Plumeria that pops up on this turn, the Ashnard is just dead pretty much to rights. Because yeah, getting into the Alencia 1 was good, but now if you can do it, like, if you can do it again this turn, you're just set for life. They bond the Plum. Why? Getting the Plumeria out this turn stops the Medallion this turn, which stops most of what Ashnard wants to do. Bonding it this turn seems like a misplay because now you're just not using it nearly as well as you need to. Like, yeah, you can do this pop 2, control field, continue punching face, but like, bonding anything else there, and then also putting, yeah, I know, it does stop your class change, but it does stop what you want to do, but, like, I just feel like the Plum is a better option, because Ashnard without Medallion is just nothing. And then you class... Interesting. Yeah, I guess that works. Then you can use Chrome to class change the Robin. Nuke 2, I was just thinking that he would stay in the other form, because I don't... changing to this doesn't really help you yet, overly. The draw 2 from the set 22 Chrome is very nice at this time, but obviously if you don't have the Robin in hand, it's not nearly as good, and doing this is your only way to class change. That's just a very expensive, because it was a flip 3 for that. Not that it's... Like, if it's your only play, it's your only play, but... eh. Yeah. Yeah, the Robin buff also was just... That's gone. It's not the biggest thing, but it's something. Robin skill. Wait, you're... What? Oh, the orb manipulation, that's right. Yeah, it rotates a card out of orbs. I forgot about that. I was thinking Robin Mail's second skill where it's, or first skill where it's flip 1 plus 40, and I'm like, that's not necessary here. Yep. Oh, one of those is main promo. He must have another. He must have another, else that's just so stupid. Because, like, you need to promo this turn, and you need to get rid of the... yeah, there goes another Alencia main promo. Finally in 6-5. Because the Plum stopped you from doing it on turn 3. But 80 base. Let's see if you can get Medallion out. Ashunera. Well, found his medallions. Makai going to bottom of deck? Interesting. No, Medallion goes to bottom of deck. But he has no Medallion. So even though that he's now at his final form, he still needs to draw into Medallion. Or Mist. Or something, because now it's just he has no option. Putting a medallion on the bottom of the deck wouldn't have been that bad even, because that means you get a medallion for the next turn. And yeah, he can deploy Micaiah, which will +1, so yeah, I can see it. It's still good. Like, neither of them were bad options. It's just, do you want consistency or do you want more power? Especially since that Robin is still on the board, and that Robin's just going to be a pain in the ass every turn. Rotating out bonds, so it's technically, once you throw away 2 shitty cards into your orbs, or like 2 cards that you don't need into your orbs, like Chromes, in this matchup, you're just getting rid of your bricky cards in hand and just making your actual hand better. Yeah, there we go. Class changing Frederick, which costs 4, so he still has 1 deployment point. If he was to deploy a cost 1 that could be class changed, it would just be amazing. And just set him up for success, but he actually can't even do it. Like, I don't know, I just... Class changing into this Chrome feels like a mistake for Mono Blue. I know it has better uses. It's just more general purpose, but if you're working with a bunch of high costs, you want the other one. If you're working with all the low costs, you want this one. Chrome skill 2, Frederick skill 2, yep, cutting the buffs. And can just punch face hard. The base 80 doesn't matter if you can buff everyone by 10. Especially when Frederick's there, who gives you another 10 buff. There's Laurent, one of the better cards that he had access to, but he can't get anything that he needs out. He's just not going to be able to stabilize. The Ashnard is just too far behind, in my opinion. Because now his hand is 5, so even if he was to bond 1, he would have to bond 1, deploy 1 to get the Micaiah draw. And like, if he has Medallion, he's in a not bad spot, because he'll get Micaiah. He'll get whatever else he deploys. So he can get a board this turn. And that's a bit of a pain, because now Micaiah will have to can only deal with one of them. And that's if he even has Medallion. Ashnard is just such a boom or bust deck. Skill 2, rotating out, getting rid of your bricky cards. And he deploys Micaiah. What? Greltzer, yeah. But, okay. Why? Why? Oh, he did put the medallion there. Okay. Never mind, that's just a consistency booster. Sure, okay, cool. Oh. Well, I thought something else was happening. That's fine, that's acceptable. Yep, Robin dodge. Oh, so he had the Robin there. So if he had stayed at set 22 Chrome, he might have been able to actually class change there, draw a second card there. This turn would have been Frederick, draw an extra card there, and he would just legitimately have 2 more cards in hand. Why did he go into this Crom? Like, seriously. I mean, but at the same time, what the is Ashnard? I'm guessing Fallen is just counting his Ashnard so he can find out if he can gamble this or not, which he's gambling. There we go. He gets that. Now he can guarantee the next draw using its skill. So let's... Wait, he's putting it under? Why? Deploy it, reveal the top things, and then choose your next deploy. And then draw 1 at the end of turn. Valencia 1. Okay, that one you put under. You're deploying it. Why? Like, I know your deck's only at 3, but, like, there's a lot better options than... He's just doing a normal heal now. But... No! Ah! He could have healed, which would have flipped all his bones face down, got the Ashnard to untap, attack, and then use Medallion. Why did he... I know he fucked up ordering by bouncing Medallion early, and then using the heal once his turn technically had ended, because Medallion only bounces at end of turn. But, like... What? That makes no sense at all. Like, you could have gotten extra attack by using Valencia early. And then you just get an extra attack. You could have got a better card than Valencia by deploying Ashinera. And done something bigger. Because, like, if you had deployed Kurth or Jill... Actually, I don't think Jill's in this deck. If you deployed Kurth, that's an 80 beater that heals 1. So you could have healed 1 cheaper than that. Oh my... Like, depending on what his next 3 supports are, it's just he made a terrible choice. Well, at least both players have, in my opinion, made questionable choices at best. But, like... Oh. Also, that Plumeria is still helpful. Deploy it! Stop the Medallion. You know he has it. Yes, he can kill it and then deploy Medallion. But that means the Makai attack is forced into Plumeria. So you're using the Plumeria to protect both your Robins. Like, that just makes sense. Save your Robins by making the Plumeria take a hit for you. Just be safe. Just... Yeah. Like, Kurth would have also killed the Robin, clearing up board, and not letting this happen. You now can't dodge or else they draw cards. You're gonna have to because you're getting hit by absolutely everything. One, two, three, four. Okay, yeah, he used Crom. This is the first time this Crom has actually done something useful as well by class changing Lucina. Because before this, it would have just been staying on the other one would have been just as good. Doesn't dodge with Micaiah. It's not going to matter because he's going to have to dodge at some point with this. This one doesn't hit. But, like, the next attacks are all 80s. But Fallen's just getting lucky. Oh, wait, what were those two? It was Ike. An Ike and Micaiah. Okay, so it would have been like a Ike deploy. Which would have had the plus 30 and would have popped something. It would have hit Crom and killed the Robin, and now Miracle Emblem's happening, so this crit can't happen. Legitimately, not deploying a Shunera and deploying a Lyncha seems very questionable. Yeah, you got an extra dodge. But, like, having Ike up there would have saved you from the Robin attack. Which obviously didn't hit, but it's still some... Bonding? What the... Bonding Ashunera? Okay, Kurth. Level up. Shunera. Medallion. There you go. Now you get to deploy Ike. Oh, just flip one and deploy the Ike. No need to put it back that way. Whatever. It's all good. It's plus like 50. It's pop one of anything. You have... So you get Kurth and Ike to... Actually, that's not even that great. You can get Kurth and Ike to kill the two backliners. And then Ashnard kills the other two. Yeah, you just can clear... And then you get Pegasus Practice to move back. You can clear the entire board this turn. It's not ideal, but, like... I would have... Oh, actually, doesn't have one. I would have assumed that he had more Robins than anything else. Frederick, though, was, deployed by Lucina, so there's a lower chance of having that as a dodge. But there's still a dodge. Okay. Revealing top 3 for Pegasus Practice, moving Ashnard back. Okay, or this is also something that can happen. I'll be honest, I just wasn't expecting this part. Yeah, crit dodge. Yeah, popping Fred. But now Ashnard is stuck in the front line. Which isn't good. Like... He had a Lucina and Fred dodged, so yeah, no matter what, he was in an unfortunate position. But bonding another Crom. Interesting. Are you going to try and win this turn then? Because you bonded 2 Croms. You can't class change by skill. Robin skill 1, okay, they both reveal their supports. Medallion and Frederick. Lucina should attack Ashnard. And then Chrom attacks Ashnard, and then if Robin has a crit, you're golden. But I don't think that's really available then. But that would be one way to pretty much guarantee a win, because you'd have 3 attacks that can hit if you have the Robin mail crit. So we'll see if they see that, or are they just going to clear field and try and deal with it? They're gonna try and clear field. Interesting. Why? Ashnard alone gets 2 attacks. If you have to kill the Kurth. You have to kill the Kurth. Because that means you can bond 1, deploy 1, use Kurth to flip it, get 4 attacks off. If he draws Ike 22, Micaiah 22, or anything that can hit decent, having Kurth up just makes it a hell of a lot worse. You have to kill the Kurth now. You've committed to clearing board. Not killing Kurth is death, because it has a flip 1 skill that can't commit suicide. There we go. Good. Because then he would have also drawn that Micaiah if he didn't attack. And then it would have been game. Alright. Mad King's just going for his double attacks by the looks of it. Doesn't hit, gets the untap. Can swing again. Doesn't kill again. Oh. That is some luck. So he has to crit the Lucina to kill her. That is worth it, because Lucina would otherwise be striking 80 against him, and that's likely a dodge. But, oh, that is painful. Also, because this turn you can clash change Robin if he wants, and then Ashnard will be forced to dodge some attack, and boom, 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 that Robin is a +2. 1 for clash change, 1 for dodge, for cost of bonding 1 and flipping 2 now. So, like, what's if he even needs to, because he could just have drawn the Robin mail form and then just draw a class change and in a good spot. Judging by the fact that he didn't instantly play it, though, he didn't draw it. I think that's pretty much a given. It's also a very high chance that Fallen's rest of his hand is just Ashnard. But what can you do about that? I probably should have unplugged my phone. before it started to make noise. Class changing into the other Crom. Why? Like, um, he didn't use Crom's skill too. Okay, there we go. He's at least... That was the entire point, I would hope, of class changing into this Crom. So now he didn't have to flip, but he still has 2 more deployment points. Nothing advanced, so going back is perfectly fine because he never technically left. But does he have anything that 2 deployment points does anything with? No. Okay. Only thing I can think of is female Robin, which wouldn't be that bad, getting the buff. Or you could deploy a cost once that this Crom can class change them from hand if you had that. But he lost a lot of his offensive power because he no longer is getting the +10 buff. And he's not flipping 1 for Robin to be an actual threat. You should have stayed on the old Robin earlier, and now you left it when it was a terrible choice, in my opinion. Obviously, everything I say is just my opinion and could be wrong. I also should move my mouse so it stops giving a text bar. Like, you don't have an easy flip 1 right now, because Ashnard doesn't have a flip 1 skill. So, the fact that now you have 1 face-up bond is now a bad thing, because now you're stuck like this. You have nothing that flips. So what do you do? You need to flip... Or... You need to flip 1. If you don't flip 1, you're not in a good spot, and by the looks of this, you can't. You don't have a Mickey crit. Like, was that Mickey draw worth the loss of an untap on Ashnard? I don't think it was, because just the double attack might be able to win the game, considering he's bonded 2 Croms, and his stack is... He's a level 4 Crom. We know where 6 Croms are. I can't see retreat, but considering it's at 16, it should be relatively well informed. Yeah, well, they asked me to commentate, and now I'm just shit talking both of them. Ah, lovely. Okay. Alright. Going to deploy. Oh, he bonded another Plumeria. Like, legitimately? It's Chrome skill 1. Flip 1, discard 1. Okay, discarding the Robin Mail. To get the Robin Female. To get the buff. Robin until the end of the turn, yeah. Class changing back into Craft. Set 8. I mean, sure. Why not? He realized his mistake on the set 22 Crom and the fact that it can't hit. Oh, but this is just... I'm assuming that he drew the Frederick one off of the class change of Crom. Otherwise, he just purposely missed drawing an extra card. Because he could have class changed Frederick, and then class changed Crom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? That's too many.
miscounted as well. Still.
Alright, so now we're going to class change the Robin female? But then, if this was always the plan, why didn't you deploy it in the back line? We're doing this hokey flip 3 thing again for her. And... oh, you used Robin buff on... Robin female buff on Robin male. I don't mind that choice at all, actually. It's really good. Crown buff to buff everything by 10 that's class changed. Frederick buff, because Crom and Fred need buffs, and you now have 3 good attacks. The issue is I think you need to hit 4 times. There's one. No, there's 2. That one does not hit. Wait, did he draw for Robin? He did not draw for Robin yet. Is this a May? It's a forest. But should I just... oh my god. Robin Male has 2 skills. One is draw a card when they evade. Very good. Alright, if he gets Jill out, that's not a Jill, but it is a flip 2 draw 1, so he can use it to untap to make more attacks. If there's another 6/5 Ashnard. There it is. Cool. Yeah, I was supposed to draw after the deck after the deck shuffle on Valencia, because you just looked at your deck. You're not supposed to take anything out of it until it's reshuffled. Obvious. In this case, it didn't really matter too much. But boom, boom, boom. And in this, he should have attacked with Ashnard twice, then Valencia once, so that you can maybe get the flying emblem to move Ashnard back. I don't think it really matters, because I think his only flying emblem is Valencia. But it's still something that you should be aware of. Plan around it. Naga. Does Naga require you to class change something that's not class changed? No, it just says class change them. Perfect. Class change female Robin. Class change female Robin to nuke the board. Not that Crom! Why would you choose that Crom? You could have chosen any of the other units you have on the board, which would have been just as good, and then you get the plus 10 attack from Crom. So that you have a plus 30 across the board. Or at least activate the Crom before you activate the... is Crom activatable? Yes! Okay, you activate the Crom skill. Then you class change the Crom with the Naga. Then you still get the buff from Naga. And you get the buff from Crom. Ordering skills helps. He evaded again. Once again, did not draw a card.
Good game. Good game.
Right? It's still won, but like... You didn't need the, like, oh, fucking hell. You didn't need the crit because you could have been buffed higher. You didn't need the crit because you hit hard enough. Oh, that was just... Oh, Both Croms have good skills. I had 3 Eshnares in my hand at one point on my medallion turn and flat out forgot to. Oh my god. That was painful for me to watch. Oh my god. Alright, let's see what the next matchup is. Because I know they banned Navarre and something. They banned Navarre. Cool. The one thing I remember was the questionable MC. And Gray. Alright. Unga Bunga Aggro into Crom. Crom doesn't have too much safety things with this build because he doesn't have the yellow Seliph combo to just constantly cheat out plus 30s. You could just aggro him and just win sometimes. So we'll see how that works out. Is that Hero?
What?
That is Hero. So he's oh my god. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, has to take it. But if he deploys just a lot of things here, it could just nullify it. Because if you deploy like 2 things here, which he probably will, Crom will just have to start board clearing. Only deploying Chris doesn't get to deploy anything else. That's a shame. Well, at least he gets Magic Emblem and 2 hits. No, that's a better trade for you, Super, because... Yes, it's 2 hits, but he had to deploy the Chris, and now you can kill the Chris, and now he's just minus resources. He lost 1 from hand to do that. You didn't. That's... We'll just see what, they do. If they keep giving, if they give Fallen resources, he can just unga bunga, deploy a lot, and just maybe win, but we'll see if the Crumb can live through the aggro. Judging by this turn right here, he doesn't have like a 3-2 promotion to really abuse. That's a good second option, because that just takes care of the Chris. But are you going to attack and give more card value? Looks like you are. It's a miracle. Doesn't matter. Alright, we got the normal class change stuff. Flip 3, become 100. Yeah, Plumeria does nothing, so once it's on the board in this matchup, it can just stay there. It's not blocking any medallions in this game, not blocking any 6-4 Ikes, which I figured Fallen would just run because haha, funny nuke. But I guess that's more of a me and Ranu thing than anything else. Alright, let's see. There we go. That's not a class change. So either his hand is only Exalt, or it's something else. There's an Exalt. There we go. He's not respecting it. Why wouldn't he take the orb there and just go down to 1? Neither deck has cards that care about orb count, really, that I can think of. Oh, actually clearing board, not using Katarina skill. Alright, getting the Fred, so still he doesn't have Exalt Crom. He no promoed. Completely. That is a hit. Why is Fallen dodging, though? Fallen needs the cards as well. Take the hits and use those cards to kill him. You know he has no dodges. So at max, I guess at max is still 4 hits. And if you get a Katarina, whatever it is, Katarina, you can use that to mill it, and then it's at max. 3 hits. Okay. Roy. Marth. Alright. Flipping 1 for a plus 30 from Roy. Yeah, his... Ooh, Keat. That's actually a really nice Keat timing. Yeah, because now you can cat skill. That's a Lucina. Okay, doesn't really matter too much. If he hits with both of these attacks, he could just win right here. Yeah, or... Marth South? And he didn't. Okay. So no matter what, game can't be won here. But you can still just... Oh, he's critting. Maybe? Fuck, I can't even tell anymore. Changing MC. Okay. Stalling. Good choice. Get your MC out of the front line. But they're both at so low cards. You know he has no dodges, so okay, you're playing it safe. Not attacking, so in case that orb is a promotion, he's still locked to a cost 1. He's bonding Frederick. Why are you bonding? Deploy it. That Frederick has more use on the board than in your bonds. Unless you have Naga. That is the one card that can save you there. But it's good for 1 turn. Because you get 1 good attack with Naga buff. Then after that, you're just going to be killed. He has to get that draw because it's the only thing that keeps him alive at this point. Where's that plus 20 come? Oh, right, Naga. Naga, right. That's me being dumb. I was just like, where's the plus 20 coming from? This doesn't make sense. And there go. Funnily enough, if he didn't change MCs, he would have been in a better spot. Because he could have flipped one, double attacked, get Roy to attack, or... Yeah, that's right, Roy to attack, and Katarina to attack, and win. Changing MCs there was a bad choice in the long run, but, like... If he, say, if he drew Crom and he had a different... No, because no matter what, because he had to class change Crom. Oh, no, if he had this Crom and one cost Robin female, or two cost Robin female, it would have been also pretty threatening.
Good game.
No, because only at 5 it doesn't work.
Good game. 3.
Oh, that was just... bad. No, like, yeah, because either... Unless he had... I'm trying to think of any way that the Crom had out of it. He would have... Because he had to class change to stay alive, otherwise he was just dead, pretty much. He would have had to hit... He had 5 deployment points, so 4 plus 1. He would have had to class change into... No, he was just dead. There's no way that he can control the board that well enough to clear everything. And now South. The question is this black or red South? Most likely black because it has more control opportunities, but still. He's just going to try and punch him in the face again. Alright. Okay, going into bridge promotion. Always lovely to see a South do that. Because it's just such an... And we've got color confirmation that it is black. And, yeah. So the Chris is already not doing too much. When this uses attack deployment cost of 2 or lower. Yeah, it's only a beat up. It's an aggro beat up card. It doesn't... Your deployment cost is 4. And yeah, it's Fairy Pile South. Black and fairies. Yeah, 70. Okay, you need a crit. Okay, this is a hero emblem. So it's worth the crit usually. And we'll see if they decide to double take. Oh, that wasn't hero? Could have sworn Chris Mail was hero. I can't check. Actually, I can if I do this. Oh, it's tandem. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I wouldn't have... I don't think that crit was worth it then. But... So if it's just such a... Anything with a 70 cost to promotion is such good anti-aggro that it's hard for this deck, for Gray to beat it. And if he was to class change properly now, that means even your late game options don't do much. But at the same time, he doesn't have to, and if he has a good 3 cost option to deploy, he can do that as well. Like, okay. There we go, main promotion. Honestly, I probably would have said Using Bridge South scale might have been worth it, but killing the Chris is also not the worst idea. And now, yep, more board control. South scale 2, reveal that as your next draw. Do you want your opponent drawing it? Yeah, that card, yeah, that card is trash in hand usually. Like, what the hell is Celica gonna do for gray? Yep. Those in bonds immediately. Class change. There we go. Flip 3 plus 30. That's a hit. And then he swings again. And that's a hero.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he has no dodges. Bro. Your opponent's running a lot of hero emblems. Just stay in your 4-2. You can dump... The 4-2 is strong enough against this deck. This deck only spams low costs and Katarina. All you have to do is, like, get to 70. You're safe from the low costs. Baning anything isn't helpful right now. Stay as 4-2. Keep safe for the hero, because the hero is the one thing that can make you lose. Ah. Like, that was the perfect turn for Fallen just because he didn't play around it. Okay, you know he spams low costs. You know that's probably going to be his play. There's a chance there's a Katarina involved. Do you have anything good? Micaiah draw. Okay, cool. That's not bad. Do you have any other good two drops? No. Absolutely none by the looks of it. So that means that Micaiah is all you got for this turn. That's not good. I know Soren isn't that useful in this exact situation, but like, what the fuck is that? Why is there a gray? Oh, skill 2, right? Nowadays you want to keep the crit. Oh, or you know, you're getting Micaiah to attack. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's a good choice. But is it? Because you just gave Fallen 2 cards. Bond something? What are you bonding? South is so far behind on this game. Bonding a gray because you don't need it. I would have suggested bonding the version you already had. Is there going to be a Bane? Are you going to Bane the Katarina 1? No Bane. He lost. This... Or... What? Oh no, he did use Bane. And he still had another Katarina. Awesome. It doesn't surprise me. I would have attacked... Oh, unless you're going to crit. Okay. Yep, that'll do it. South dodge, yeah. 50 attack. Crit for 100. There you go. Forcing another dodge. That play was only possible because he hit Fallen. So many times. And it also put him in the bad spot. If he has a Katarina promotion, if he had a Katarina promotion, it would have been even worse because he would have been able to pop an orb. To retreat instead of to fucking hand with a crit. This is... Like, I know going slow against things like Grey is sometimes terrifying, but, like... You have no bonds. You have no real... You have 5 bonds. 3 are face up. You have resources. You can do things. You need cards that draw you cards, or cards that will stop your opponent from playing their game. Like, you have to Bane a cost 1. That does not mean you're in control usually. At least now he has Peony to be able to kill Katarina, and he doesn't have to worry about that. So it ended up being a fine interaction. It's just absolutely terrifying. Oh, that's an even better option. If he uses that skill to kill Katarina, which she's not doing, or is it only things that with more? Choose one of a character whose attack exceeds, right? Yeah, skill was already used. Peony's already been used. Yep, calling him out on that. You had to use the Peony to kill the Katarina. Nyx is good at killing high costs. And that's a hit. Boom. Done. Let's see the next support. Katarina. See, and now you could have got the Peony to attack on this. And it would have all been great, but now your Peony buff doesn't even hit something. Ouch. Micaiah, Selfs, does nothing. Oh, they're critting.
Wow.
That's right. That's 90 versus 80. They're... Oh, he banned the... Banned the Roy. Oh, Keyed Emblem. And a crit. Alright. Alright, hand 0. Or orb 0. There's within kill range here now. Oh, hey, that also works. Get rid of the Peony. Always a good play. in situations like this. Alright, let's... No, not bonding anything. Not... That means Bane is off the table. What's in your hand that's better than Bane? Get Peony to kill the cat, please. But that doesn't even matter anymore because you can't Bane. Ugh. I'd almost say tap move back.
No.
There you go. Now South procs to reveal the support, and that is going to be sent to retreat. No one wants to deal with a Peony support. Alright. They're both at 0 orbs now. That's a self. No crit. Because he wasted his last crit. That is 80 versus 90. Still no crit or anything. So Fallen gets to live. And he cannot be baned. If he has another Roy, it's pretty much game. 3 attacks at 70 are just too strong. Like, obviously his deployment isn't just as easy as bond something, deploy Roy, punch face 3 times. It's a little bit more complicated than that. Okay. Okay, I don't like this already. There's the Roy he wanted. 1 card off of his draw. That's it.
Dang. Good game.
You didn't tap run away? Oh my god. He had, like, he had 2 orbs left when you had Camilla and South attack. Unless you thought one of your weenies could do it. Then you attack with the weenies first. Why was South leading the charge? Oh. I was hoping to... Ah. What the fuck? So, what in his hand was worth more than Bane? Nothing. Throw something there, get Bane. Second of all, tap move back. Let Camilla... You have 2 Camilla dodges. Maybe 1, maybe 0, depending on what the... No, because he was at 0 orbs. He had 2 Camilla dodges. Why not just let Camilla face tank for you? Move back. They have 3, 4 attack. Like, bond one of the fucking fairies. Bane something. Hide behind Camilla. She dodges a lot. And just win. And if you go, oh, but he wasn't at 0 orbs yet. Well, attack with the weaklings. If neither of them hit, they're at 2 orbs. Fallen still would have 2 orbs, so then you get Camilla to attack, bring him down to 1, and then you go, South's attack won't end the game here. Run him away. If you're set, you never want to end your turn on the front line with 70 attack, and your opponent's at 70 attack. With no dodges, you're likely to get hit. Especially in a deck that's all about buffing your main character. This is also just... that ending was... huge misplay. The Tower of Crumbs is also like half of those look like misplays. Looked like they were just class changing Crom to draw cards, but that means you're discarding a dodge for a random card. And then half the time you didn't even use that random card by the looks of it. And you were class changing out of the Crom that you needed at times, and you know what? I'm done.